Ever wonder what on earth a Dropbox is, the iCloud, so many more terms that you may not even be familiar with, and you may think you need them or your business needs them. We're here with the tech guys to find out more, find out what it all is, and we're just so glad to have you both with us.
Thanks.
Dan and Mike from Claris Networks are back here with us, always here first Tuesday of every month to clear up things for us. Okay.
Well, we're glad to help.
Well, we're glad. What exactly are we talking about? Is this file sharing?
This is. So more and more people are using the cloud without realizing it. There's Dropbox, iCloud, Microsoft, and Google all have their options. And there's great uses for it to share pictures and videos and files with family members and friends. Basically just taking a document or a picture, putting it on your computer in a certain folder, and it's available anywhere to any device.
And it's not actually a cloud like we're seeing in that wonderful graphic, because we always imagine that, okay, it's out there somewhere, but it's really in some big storage facility,
it's
right?
in a data center somewhere, and it's likely that you don't know, and I couldn't tell you where it is.
Yeah.
So it's somewhere in the country or in the world, but
that's kind of scary if you think about it.
It can be scary, right? So I wouldn't advise it for personal documents or private documents, financial documents. There's some security concerns that you've got to keep in mind.
Where should you put those things? Your private information.
So those things I wouldn't put in a Dropbox or in the cloud. I would encrypt those and put those on a USB drive and back it up somewhere. That's a whole different conversation.
Okay. Well, we'll do that sometime.
But for this, for pictures, is wonderful. It's a great use of it.
Yeah, because they take a lot of information.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. And you have to understand, whenever you use these services, there's been several Dropbox recently, security and break-in attempts, stealing passwords and information from these services.
Right.
And all the terms of services, regardless of who you go with, they don't offer any real promise or guarantee that your documents are going to be safe, and they don't offer any financial protection of that.
Okay, so personal stuff, keep to yourself.
Exactly.
Important numbers, documents, bank accounts, all that.
Bank accounts,
okay.
right.
All right.
Keep those and store
Otherwise, pictures and videos,
Sure.
things like that. Okay.
Right.
Now, what if we talk about business, Dan? A lot of businesses they have an abundance of files.
That's right, that's right. And so what we've seen in this space specifically is we've seen a consumer product that had a legitimate business use, but the product itself was never really designed for business. And so we have what we call, the problem is businesses have now lost control of their documents, because with Dropbox, you as a business owner don't have a say who signs up and who doesn't, right? Because it's a free service to anyone.
Sure.
So what Claris has done is we've introduced a product called Sharefile. Sharefile does the exact same thing as Dropbox, except you as the corporation now control who has access to it. You can actually block access to services like Dropbox, force people to use your service. And then this service actually runs on your own servers, so this is not out in the cloud somewhere and who knows whose data center. It's actually on your servers. So you know where the data is all the time. You control access to that data, and then we can show you logging to see, okay, here's what file so-and-so user put on their phone, which is good because, like, in situations where you have an employee leave, whether it's on good terms or bad terms, we want to know that our files didn't go with them.
Yeah, and you want to protect all of that.
That's right,
Sure.
that's right. And so a program like Sharefile can facilitate a remote wipe, so if they've left, we can remove those files from their devices, whether they really wanted you to or not. We can do that because it's your files, right?
Sure.
So those are the kind of things we want to think about as a corporation as a way to kind of answer that need, but in a business smart way.
Sure. Okay. Claris Networks does all of that.
Yes,
you
absolutely.
guys are a wonderful company. You're here in Chattanooga as well as Knoxville. Where
and
else?
Nashville as well,
Nashville.
yes.
I thought so. Okay. So tell everybody what you can do for a company that needs IT support.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess they all need IT support,
well,
right?
We think so.
Sure.
So I mean, essentially what Claris does is we will come in and take the burden of IT from you, and that can look several different ways. So, if you have an IT department that just needs help, we can supplement them. Or you don't have an IT department at all, and we can be that for you. We can also host your servers for you. It's just a fancy way of saying we take all the blinky things and move them somewhere else. And then we can put that in a sort of utility form. So basically you're paying per month, per user, so it's very predictable cost. That's what a lot of people struggle with IT is, you go through years and all of a sudden I've got to spend $100,000 on I don't know what.
Right.
We can help level those costs out so it's very predictable, and you can know what to expect from a billing perspective.
And you're easy to talk to.
I hope
When you
so.
talk about blinky things, we can all identify. Okay?
Right.
Those high-tech terms. Okay. Let's tell everybody how they can get in touch with you guys. You're so much fun and you're so likable. If you want to know more about Claris Networks, it's clarisnetworks.com
That's
with an
right.
S on the end.
That's right. That's
Okay.
right.
All right. And thanks so much for being here with us.
Thank you.
And you answer personal questions as well.
Sure,
We
sure.
so appreciate that. I know folks can get on there and send you an email, and there you go. And
Yeah.
there it is on the bottom of the screen, clarisnetworks.com to learn more. Thanks so much.
Thank
you.
Appreciate it. I'm going to go and work on my picture files. Okay? We're back with a whole lot more right after this.